We're going to make these little details here. So we're going to go back to our Blender file. We're going to press Tab to go to edit mode. We're going to go to create and choose circle. Go to the top and change the vertex count to 10 and press enter. S to scale this down, bring it up on the Z-axis. We want to snap this to one of these vertices, so we're going to grab it on the Z-axis, hold Control, and snap it to one of these vertices. Then we're going to press 7 to go to top view, period to focus in on this. And I'm going to scale this down with S again. And you can make it in a similar size to mine, where maybe it's a little bigger than this or a little smaller, it's up to you. Just make it whatever size you feel is correct. Then we're going to switch to face select, and we're going to actually delete these faces. So we're going to select these three, press delete, and choose faces. I'm going to go to vertex select, alt right click to get these vertices, E to extrude, right click to cancel, S to scale this down. We're going to do E to extrude, right click to cancel, and this time we're going to move it down on the Z axis, so bring it down on the Z axis. Then we're going to do E to extrude, right click to cancel, S to scale this down again. Then we want to select two vertices that are next to each other here and just press F a bunch of times. That's going to fill in the faces here. Then we're going to go to face select and select these faces. We're going to do Shift E to duplicate, right click to cancel, E to extrude, right click to cancel, and bring this up some. Then we're going to do E to extrude, right click to cancel, bring this up again, and then scale it down with S and bring it up again slightly if you need to. Then we're going to do E to extrude, right click to cancel, bring this up. Then E to extrude, right click to cancel, S to scale this down. And then again E to extrude, right click to cancel, and bring this down one last time finally. We can also hold Shift and select one of these faces and do Control L and then Control N to recalculate the normals. I'm going to select a face on this piece, do Control L, P to separate, and choose selection. Tab into object mode, select this object, add modifier and choose bevel. Increase the segments to 2, change it to the angle method, and change the angle degree to 50 degrees and press enter. We're also going to go to tools and turn on smooth shading. Then we're going to adjust this value until we get better shading. So you're going to bring it all the way to the left, and then you can hold Shift and slowly left click and drag to the right to get a bevel that suits your needs. So anything like this is going to be fine. Once you're happy with it, you're going to apply this modifier. Then we're going to right click to select this other object. We're going to tab into edit mode. We're going to select one of these faces, do Control L and then P to separate and choose selection. We're going to tab into object mode. We're going to select this piece again, hold Shift and select this piece and do Control J to join them together. We can also turn on smooth shading just to make sure that's enabled. Now we can tab into edit mode, press A to select everything. You can do 7 for top view if you want. And we're going to start bringing this into position. So we want to bring it close to the front here, or close to this side. Then we're going to add modifier, and we're going to choose array. We're going to change the count to 5 and press enter. We're going to set the X value to 0 and press enter. And now we can adjust the Y value in the negative direction in order to get the spacing that we want. We want to have similar spacing at the top and the bottom, so you want to just adjust this slightly by holding Shift and left clicking and dragging until you get similar spacing both at the top and the bottom. So something like that's probably going to be fine. Then we can tab into object mode and apply this modifier. Then we can hold Shift and right click to select this object and Control J to join them together. Now we're going to press Tab to go into edit mode, and we're going to start joining these together. So we're going to switch to vertex select, and we're going to select these 4 vertices, and we're going to press F, and then we're going to select these 2 and press F a bunch of times. Then we're going to repeat the process down here, selecting these 4, then these 2 and pressing F. Then just continue doing that all the way down. Once that's done, we're going to start joining things up here. So we're going to select these 4 and press F, and then these 2 and press F a couple times. Then we'll select these 3 and press F, and we'll select these 2 and this one and press F. Then we'll go down to the bottom and we'll do the same thing. So we're going to select these 4 here and press F, and then these 2 and press F a few times. Once we get to here, we can select these 3 and press F. Then we can just do Alt right click and then Alt F to fill this in, Alt right click and then Alt F to fill that in. We're going to tab into object mode and turn on smooth shading to help correct the shading in those areas. And everything should look pretty well fine. This is a flat surface, so these triangles really aren't going to have a negative impact on the shading, so this is going to look good. So now all we have to do is save it. Just go to File and Save. Thank you to our awesome Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter yourself, head on over to patreon.com/StephenBrooks. Thank you for your support.